Hello guys, you're welcome back. All right, so this is Photographics Academy. Today we'll be learning exactly how to retouch outdoor images, restore some details, add some drama and glamour to your images. Just from start to finish, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to approach this image right inside Photoshop. So the tutorial is going to be starting right here in Camera Raw. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to bring details into my sky. Of course, it's a golden hour shot, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any form of detail. It's black, so you're not seeing anything to it. So I'll try to restore some details, and to do that, I'm going to drop my highlights a little. So once you drop your highlight, you're going to notice that this part of the sky becomes even more golden, bringing more drama to the shot. Yeah, although it's also affecting the highlight on the object, but I'm going to show you how to even restore highlight to your object separately right inside Camera Raw. So once you have done that, try to lift up your shadows a little, just for these areas, just slightly, and maybe the blacks as well, just like that. Okay, I think I like it this way. Okay, so we can work with this. So I'm going to just pick up my mask, make a selection of my subject, and quickly bring in even a little bit high into the object so that the object will definitely stand out from the background. So I'm going to try restoring the highlight. So if you notice, the moment I take it down, she's lost into the scene. Although you can also work with this, but I like my object to stand out just slightly. Yeah, just like that. And also lift my shadows just a little as well. Yeah. So I'm going to be adding a little texture to the image so that we get even a little bit of more details. All right, so I'm going to add a little clarity. Beautiful. So let's try and play with our whites and all of that. Let's see the one that will give us the best result we are looking for. Okay, so this is nice. Let's try our blacks. Okay, I don't think I need to touch my blacks. All right, so once you are done with that, I think basically this is what I'm going to be doing right here for now. So we'll come back later and make some other adjustments, but for now, this is what we are sticking with. So I'm going to press open. All right, welcome to the magical world of Photoshop. If you want to crop your image, it's very much welcome. You can decide to just crop it 8:10. But I think for me, I'm going to be working with the image just like this. Yeah, is it okay? I want all the sky details and all of that. I might be cropping at the end of the day, but for now, let's work with this. So I'm going to zoom in a little to see if there are blemishes that we need to fix. And of course, I can see blemishes here and there. So we'll quickly fix them. Before we continue, we are going to be retouching this image using Retouch Academy and applying our done for you retouch action at the end of the day, just to bring everything together. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how that is going to work. So we are combining Retouch Academy with done for you to see the power that those two brings together to make the image become exceptional. All right, so I'm going to quickly fix the details. I'm going to create a black and white adjustment layer, darken this down just slightly to add a little to get out the textures in the skin. Yeah, then I'm going to create a black layer beneath the black and white. I'll pick up my spot healing brush to make sure it's set, the sample is set at current and below, so it doesn't sample from the black and white and start taking care of your blemishes. So I'm just going to fast forward this. So I'm making the samples by holding my alternate in case you're not used to using this for your blemish removal. Yeah, so I'm going to fast forward the video. See you when I'm done removing the blemishes. All right, we are done with the blemish removal for now. I think we are good. So this is what we remove, just a little blemishes here and there. Look at the face, before, after, before, after. We've been able to just fix one or two things. So I'm going to just flatten this up. Yeah, I'm going to just flatten it up. So the next thing we'll do is our frequency separation. Very important. So today we're going to be doing frequency separation with a whole different type of approach. But if you want to understand exactly what I'm doing, go and click on the description of the video below. You are going to get a detailed explanation of the approach we are going to be using to approach our frequency separation today. Trust me, it's not the regular one you do, but this is very much effective. So I'm just going to check out the video. The image is a 16-bit image. How do I know? Look at this area. It's recorded 16-bit. If you are not here convinced, just go to your image, go to mode, So anyone that is marked is the bits of your image. So our image is a 16-bit image. So I'm going to pick up my 16-bit frequency separation settings, and I want to have a lot of smoothness and cleanness on my shot. So I'm going to drop this as low as 3. Let's see how that works. Yeah, I'm going to drop this as low as 3 because it's not quite a high dimensional image, and I prefer it like this because it's going to allow us bring in details and show you one or two other tricks. That is the exact reason why I selected this image. So I'm going to be sticking to 3 and press OK. So it's going to load up, and when that is done, pick up your mixer brush tool right here. Make sure it's in a transparent brush. Okay, so I think my settings are exactly where I want them to be. And make sure your high frequency is deselected. Make sure your sample all layers is on, and start painting on your image. So like the rule of frequency separation, avoid painting the highlights into your shadows and your shadows into your highlight. So to avoid wasting your time as well, I'm going to be fast forwarding the process. See you when we are done. Okay guys, welcome back. We are done with the frequency separation. So let me quickly show you the before and after of the frequency separation. So this was the image before we started the frequency separation, and this is after, before, after. So look at the way the textures are still very much retained, but we'll have a very evened out skin. So this was why I told you that this is a very effective procedure and you have to learn it. So just go straight to the description of the video below and have an understanding of what I actually did here. So, but in a very quick explanation, what I did here was that I just separated the highlight, the shadows, the texture from the color rather, and I painted just on the color. So that is why I had my sample or image selected, then I deselected my high frequency. So it's going to sample every layer that is open, which is my my low frequency. So every other thing I did on a blank layer so that I can just have a manual painting on the skin. So to have a proper understanding of what I did here, one more time, I recommend the video below for you. So moving forward, we're going to just do a very quick dodging and burning just to bring in glamour to the image. Yeah, so I'm just going to click on my dodge and quickly use my brush to just make some dabs. So I think you might want to learn exactly what I'm going to be doing here. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to just put a dot over here. Yeah, I think it needs to get a bit bigger here. So I'm just going to put a dot over here, hold my shift and come down to this point, and it's going to draw a very straight white line. Then do the same thing for here, and it's going to give you that shape of light. So we'll do the same thing for the arm over here. Just a dot here. Sorry, we just have to put a dot here, hold your shift, come all the way down. It's going to create a straight line. Then do the same thing over here. It creates a straight line. So what this is going to do for us right now is I'm going to use my feather to just create that very straight line of highlights on her skin. Look at the way before, after. So it just adds that glamour to the skin and makes it look like it's glittering. Just a little bit of more feathering, yeah, before and after. So once you are done with that, you can as well now do your dodging and burning. So I just wanted to show you how to even bring in shines into your image. So this one is not going to take us time, the dodging and burning. It's not going to take time at all because we already have some shines on the image. So it's just to get a bit of more glamour to it. So I'm just going to make the highlights over here a bit more definite. Yeah, just like that. Very quick one. I'm not going to be spending time on this. Just making sure those highlights are popping even more, but still maintaining that very soft, that smooth transition between your highlights and shadows that soft light brings. So we don't want to make it look like it was a hard light that was used on the image. Yeah, just like that. Bring it here, put your highlights here, put your highlights here, bring it down to this place. And we're almost done with the dodging. Yeah. So I think I need highlights over here. So just come down to the neck area, do the same thing over the cheekbone, over the collarbone rather. Just like that. Beautiful. Yeah, so you might decide to even bring in a bit of more highlight into the arm area here. Try the same thing over here as well. Nice one. Okay, so let's quickly do our bunny. Obviously over the nose. So I'm not spending time on any particular part. If you notice, I'm just doing just a little touching so it doesn't give you very dark shadows. Yeah, so remember that dodging and bunny is just to make the structure of the face stand out a little bit more. So you have to follow the pattern of the lightning already on the image to be able to create something that looks realistic. So we wouldn't want to do something that wouldn't look realistic at the end of the day. Yeah, I think we need a little dodging here, a little bunning over the arm here. Same thing over here. Okay, beautiful. We are done. So I'm going to remove the visual aid and show you what we just did. All right, so this may not be very strong, but you could see the difference before, after. So just notice that her face and structure of her face just comes a little bit closer to what it's and even gives you a better view of the structure than what it was. So we're going to go back. Yeah, we are done with this. Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing is just to clean up her teeth. So I'm just going to quickly click on my magic smile, make sure my flow is taken up to 100, and just paint over the teeth. Yeah, just like that. So repeat the same thing for the eyes, magic eyes. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to quickly go straight down to clean eye whites here, then just do a quick cleaning of the eyes, just like that. Do the same thing over here. Do the same thing over here. Okay, so quickly I just noticed that the lipstick on her lips are not popping the way it is. I guess it has to be the same color with that of the hair or something else. So I'm just going to quickly paint over the lips using our hue and saturation. Use your hand to just pick any part of the lips and increase the saturation. Yeah, just like that. Press Ctrl I to invert your selection and just use your brush to go over the lips. Of course, there are other ways you can do this. If you do not want to paint it manually, you can actually make a selection of the lips and now use your solid color, blend it and all of that. So I want to see if I can move it towards the color of the hair. Let's see exactly what it's going to look like here. Beautiful. So we'll reduce the saturation. Nice one. So have it looking the same color with that of the hair. Have it looking the same color with that of the hair, but I feel it's hiding the lips. So we're just going to go back to the original red color we had on it. Yeah, something like this, just to make it stand out very well. Nice one. Okay, so let's go straight to color grading her skin and making sure she gets a very beautiful skin. So when you are done with your retouching procedures and you are sure you're okay with what you've gotten, press Ctrl Shift Alternate E to create a stamp visible layer of everything. Then I'm going to see what I can use my gradient map to do on the image. So I'm just going to go straight down to Legacy Gradient, go to Photographic Toning. Of course, she's a very fair lady, so we'll be going towards something very, very, very warm. Yeah, let's just change the blend mode to soft light. Yeah, I think I like the way it's looking on her. This is the color, this is the soft light. So the idea now is to separate it from the background, because we do not need this color grading on every part of the image. We just need it on her skin. And to get it to that place, of course, you can decide to leave it like this, but I think it's taken away from the whole image. So to just stick to the skin, you can just go to the mask, go to select, go to color range, and see if you can make that selection right there. Yeah, so it will just pick all the areas that we are picking. Any area that we just select, we're going to add it up. So of course the sky is orange in color. Of course it's going to look like the skin, but we are getting our clothes back, our hair, our blue skies. So if you do not want to do it like this and just use your brush to manually paint out, but see another way you can do it. So I'm going to hide this, make a duplicate of this, go to my select subject, or just pick up any of your quick selection tool and make a selection of your subject. So this way, it will allow you to separate your image from your background. And because of that, you can now do a very beautiful, definite selection of the skin. So I'm just going to do Ctrl J. And because of that, we've cut the image out from the background. So I'm going to delete this one. We do not need that one. Then I'm going to make a selection. I'm going to click on the mask and load a mask up for it. Go to select, go to color range. Now we have the selection of the skin that we did before. You can now decide to increase the fuzziness to even make the transition smoother. Press OK. Now use this mask to replace that of your gradient map. Now you can delete the object and we have it just on the skin. We'll have it just on the skin. So from here, you can decide to make your adjustment. If you want it to get even more warm, if you want it to go lower than that, but I think it's too much, so we're just going to stick to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, make sure that the second one or the one below, any of them, change it to color so that you have a very evened out skin tone across your image. So what I just did is I just made sure that my skin tone have the same color. That is why I needed to change the blend mode to color. So if you remove your soft light, you are going to notice that you are having a very seamless skin tone across your image. So the reason I'm adding this one over here is to just bring in a little bit of warmness into the skin. Yeah, just to bring in that little warmness into the skin to make sure that it's not looking entirely abstract from the background. That is the essence of what I did. So when you are done with that, I'm going to go to my selective color and just make a little adjustment and see if we can even get a better image from, if we can get a better color from there. Yeah, I think I like what I'm getting over here. Nice one. Okay, so let's quickly go straight to our yellows and see what we have from there. So what I'm just doing is I'm moving the sliders to see exactly where I should shift it towards. Yeah, I think I like the way the blacks brought in some highlights into the shot. So look at the before and after of the selective color. Let me zoom it in and show you. So this is before, this is after, before, after. Just get a little bit of more color in our shot. So when you are done with this, of course, create your stamp visible layer one more time and go straight to your camera raw. But before I do that, I think I need to load up a little photo filter. Let's see what our cooling filter is going to do for us. Amazing. So I'm just going to bring it down slightly. Nice one. So create your stamp visible layer. Go to your camera raw and just make a little adjustment here and there. Pop some colors and we're almost done. So I'm just going to go straight to my calibration. Increase my blue primaries, the saturation just slightly to bring in even more saturation into this shot. Then I'm going to go to my color mixer, try to see if I can even make the blues in the image pop a little more, just like that. Beautiful. So the purples, which is the hair, we'll try to pop it out a little more. Yeah, just slightly. So you can decide to now increase the luminosity of your skin by just going to the luminance. Of course, the skin should be in the orange. So when we move the luminosity, you are going to notice that her skin gets even a little bit more brighter than it was originally, just to bring it that glamour and shines into your shot. Then we'll go back to the basic, and just try to make one or two adjustments. I think I like the way the skies are showing up over there. Yeah, nice one. Beautiful. So try to increase the vibrance a little. I'm going to do a little bit of noise adjustment, just noise reduction, to even make it look a bit more smoother. Then probably bring in my vignette effect just slightly like this. Press OK and we'll watch it apply. Beautiful. So at this point, if you even have plans of swapping your sky, let me show you how you can quickly do that if you want to change your sky. But I don't think this image is going to be needing a sky replacement, but let's just see what it's going to give us. Okay, so this is how you can quickly change your sky, but I don't think I'm fancying anything that I am getting here. So I'm going to stick with my original sky. But in case you have the intentions of changing your sky, this is just how you can quickly change your sky in Photoshop, especially if you are using an upgraded version. So looking at the image, I noticed that this area of the image is quite dark. It's not getting enough light. So I'm going to go to my curves, use my hand tool and make a selection of this area. Just drag it up like this press Ctrl I, then use your brush to paint it in, just like that. Just paint it in, paint the highlights into that area, yeah. Just to make sure her body is evenly illuminated, maybe under the arm over here, same thing here. So if you feel it's not even bright enough, you can now decide to drag and drop. So whatever you want to do, but I think I like what I am getting already. Nice one. Okay, so I think it's peeled on the background. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so nice one. I have a good result over here. Beautiful. So at this point, you can decide to stop. I just noticed that her curves are not looking so beautiful. So we can decide to even improve that a little more using our liquify. I'm going to create one more stamp visible layer. Go to filter, go to liquify, and just try to make her shape even more definite. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick up my what's it called again? My forward warp tool, and I just push out her hips just slightly, like that. Nice one. Then push here inwards. Yeah. Try to snap some areas. Okay, so over here, just trying to replicate the curves we'll have here. Oh, nice one. This is good. So I'm just dabbing it slightly, little by little, until I get the shape I want. Just slightly, like that. Okay, I think we need a little curve in here as well. Beautiful. So this is before, this is after. Before, after, press OK. Yeah, so if you feel you do not want this change we did to the hair, you can just go back, duplicate the layer, then apply it again and use your mask to get that area out. But I think I love it because it's hair. Of course, it can have waves. The air could be blowing it. So that doesn't look unrealistic at all. And we are very much good to go. So I'm going to flatten all of this up. Like I told you, we are going to be applying our done for you retouch action at the end of the day to even get a final glamour look. So I'm going to just flatten all of this up because we are done. Create a snapshot for it. And now apply our done for you. So the reason I created the snapshot is so that we can have a before and after preview of our done for you retouch action even before we apply. So looking at the image now at a closer look, I just noticed a little discrepancy with the eyebrow. So I'm just going to also fix that. So I'm just going to make a quick selection of the eyebrow like that. Sorry, this is taking a lot of time, but we need to get it right, you know. All right, so just like that. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, just add this area. Nice. Okay, so just this particular place is where I want to adjust. I'm going to pick up my clone stamp, make a duplicate of this, and just use my clone stamp, clone this area, and use it to paint over that area, just to have a very uniform eyebrow over there. So I'm just going to reduce it a little to make it look slightly transparent because it's not supposed to look exactly the same, but just to fill up those areas that we are not getting enough of it. So I'm going to flatten it one more time, then take a snapshot, yeah, then go all the way up and delete the first snapshot because this does not contain the stuff we did with the eyebrow, but this contains it. So I'm just going to apply my done for you retouch action, and to find it, I'm going to go to my action, go to my done for you retouch action, and quickly play it over the image. So let's zoom it and see what it does. Of course, I'm dropping it as low as 2 here, so we can have a little bit of smoothness in the image. Oh my gosh, this is good. Okay, so I'm going to create one more snap. Like, I'm so excited with what I'm seeing. So this is the image before we applied the done for you, and this is the image after we applied. My God, this is mad, man. The result is so amazing. I love the way it just brought everything together, made the highlights and the shadows even a little bit smoother, added some contrast and all of that. So I would ask you to just go straight to the description and purchase done for you retouching action, because when you are done doing everything you are doing, this is a great action to apply over your image just to smoothen out and even out your frequency separation, your dodging and burning, those transitions to make it even look smooth and clean and flawless. Thank you for watching this amazing video. this was the image when we came into Photoshop, flat and all of that. Then this is the final result. Thank you for watching this amazing video. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to get notified every single time we drop a new video. Until then, see you on the next one.